everybody, Julie Hammerstein with Ed News Parent. You know, one of the parents asked me a fabulous question. She said that she doesn't feel like her child is eating enough food even though she's not underweight. But she feels like if she's not eating enough food, is she really going to grow? And she doesn't want to feed her too much food. So I want to talk about two things today. I want to talk about portions, and I want to talk about the types of foods that you should be feeding your children that are nutrient dense, meaning they're loaded with nutrition and you get a big bang for your buck even if you're only eating small portions. So first on the portions, remember, portion sizes should mimic your hand. Whether you're an adult, whether you're a teen, whether you're a toddler, you want to use your hand as your guide. This is a serving of chicken or fish. What you can hold in your hand is a serving of pasta or oatmeal or cereal. This would be a serving of fruit or a serving of vegetables. So those three hand sizes are really easy to start looking at. Okay, well, what should my little one be eating then? Because a lot of times we'll put too much food on their plate and they get overwhelmed. But if you start looking at their little hands, you'll see that they really don't need as much food as we think they do in order to, one, feel satisfied, and two, get the nutrition that they need. Now, if you're loading their plate with a bunch of junk, then that's a whole different story, and they probably will be hungry because you're starving their body of nutrients. But here's an example. You know, serving of cereal doesn't need to be in a huge bowl. If you've got that morning eater who just will not get through the cereal, make the serving size smaller, but choose nutrient-dense cereals that might be fortified with a little protein, have extra fiber, don't have a lot of sugar, getting a bang for your buck. Choose thinner bread. Rather than loading up on the big pieces of bread and finding that they're not eating their sandwiches and getting all the good stuff on the inside, like the turkey or the peanut butter and the hummus, then use smaller pieces of bread and maybe just fold one in half. And that is all that that child needs, in addition to all the other nutrient-dense foods, i.e. grapes, cherry tomatoes, things that they can hold really easily in their hand, pop in their mouth, but really nutrient-dense. A little yogurt. Doesn't have to be the whole thing of yogurt, and especially if you're serving the little child-sized yogurts, there's a lot of sugar and not a lot of nutrition, but it might be the perfect serving size. So do smaller servings of Greek yogurt, has higher protein, less sugar. Maybe you sweeten it with a little bit of honey or some fresh fruit. You're good to go, nutrient-dense, power-packed. This would be a good example of a dinner. Now you'll see here that just a few bites, and again, children don't need as much as you think they need, so just a few bites of protein, a few bites of spinach, get some fruit on the side there, and then have a piece of whole grain bread or maybe some starches here, some brown rice or some quinoa, maybe a little mashed potatoes would be fine, simply because it is a natural food, comes from the earth, and it does have some nutrition in it. Now, not when it's loaded with a bunch of sour cream, but this gives you an idea. Use a smaller plate, use smaller portions. Visually, your child's going to find that more appealing, not feel overwhelmed by the serving sizes, and then just pack that plate with nutrient-dense foods. So below, I'm going to make a list for you of nutrient-dense foods and also foods that tend to have a lot of good calories, like your nut butters and your avocados and things, so that if you are really looking at how can you make those smaller portions more nutrition and more calorie dense from the good calories, you have some ideas below. Also, feel free to go to my website, juliehammerstein.com. Lots of great ideas there too. So I hope that helped, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day.